Welcome back to Florida Matters Live and Local. I'm Matthew Petty. Just a heads up for our listeners there, we'll be talking about adult themes for the next 9 minutes or so. Now, this weekend, a very unique event is taking place in Tampa. Rose and Lingerie is a lingerie social event hosted by the entertainment company So Social. The ticketed event takes place annually. It's described as an intimate celebration of femininity. It's been held this Saturday at Gemma's Floral and Wine Bar. It's sponsored by sexual wellness brand Honey Playbox. We'll also have vendors from around the state. Well, joining us to talk more is Danielle Simpson-Baker. She's a sex therapist from Orlando and is one of the vendors on Saturday. Also joining us is Janice Ochoa, marketing project manager of Honey Playbox. Janice and Danielle, thank you so much for stopping by.
Hey,
Thank you.
thanks for having us.
And
Thank you.
if you've got questions about this lingerie social rooted in exploration, conversation, and community, you can give us a call. The number is 813-755-6562. You can also email floridamatters@wusf.org. All right, so Janice, for folks who may not be clued in, what exactly is a lingerie social?
I think Danielle would probably be the best to speak on what the lingerie social is.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle, do you want to speak?
Sure. Yeah, of course. So yeah, the Rose and Lingerie event, again, it's hosted by So Social. It's put on by Destiny Williams, so shout out to her. And like you said, Matthew, it's really just a celebration of femininity. It's a chance for women to get together, sip rosé, be in lingerie, and kind of just talk about all things being a woman, but especially sensuality and sexuality this time around. So yeah, I'll be doing a workshop called Don't Play With Me, which is going to be talking about like don't play with my pleasure, don't play with my sexuality, my sensuality, kind of taking the women through like an interactive and guided exploration of those things.
Now, is obviously you're no stranger to this. So, is what has been the kind of expectation from folks who've come to these events before? What do you hear from people? Is it people who are kind of curious about things, looking to learn more? Is it people who have some experience with it and just kind of want to up their skills? Like what? Who's the clientele, I guess?
Yeah, so if I'm being honest, this will be my first time doing the Rose and Lingerie event.
Mm-hmm.
So Destiny, the host, she reached out to me in January and asked if I wanted to be a part of it, and I loved the idea, so I said yes. And when we were talking, I got the impression it's women who are curious about these things, but also women who have kind of already piqued their interest, maybe done some of their own research and want to know more, but also want to connect with other women who are curious about those things. So women who want community in these spaces, but also want to like expand their horizons.
Now, Janice, you represent Honey Playbox. It's a company that has quite body-safe, inclusive pleasure products. How would you describe the company, and could you talk a little bit more about the mission?
Absolutely. So we are dedicated to providing cutting edge pleasure tech products to help individuals explore their sexuality and also to help individuals and couples in long distance relationships really find the connection with one another. My position in the company, we are really big on social good initiatives. So that is how I kind of got connected with Danielle. So we really are big on providing resources to different organizations and different individuals. And so that could be through sponsorships, through product donations, and through providing educational content to help them amplify their voices and help facilitate these conversations around sexual wellness.
So, who's your target audience then? And do you kind of see the company as having more than just a sort of a profit margin as its goal?
Absolutely. So we definitely want to help facilitate those conversations, like we said. I feel like there's a lot of taboo around sexual wellness. There's a lot of work that we need to do on destigmatizing sexual wellness. Our target audience is really all individuals across different backgrounds, across different age groups as well. I think a lot of people, when they think about sex, they really think about that middle ground, and we forget a lot about older people or younger people that are looking, they're starting their journeys and they're looking to have a path to self-discovery. So really our target audience is all over. It's just really every individual that's looking to empower themselves.
Do you find are you getting more inquiries from, say, senior citizens who are interested in exploring more of this?
Absolutely. So I'll give you guys a quick little story. We're generally an online retailer, but like I said, we do partner with a lot of different organizations. Sometimes we have a lot of older folks that walk in to the warehouse or to our headquarters looking to get connections because they may not have access to online and digital platforms. And they're really looking to explore their own self-discovery. And I realize there is really no age limit to that. Some women are looking to experience their first orgasm and experience. They're just really discover themselves later in life, and there is no shame to that. We really need to break down those stigma and really have those conversations around that. There's also older couples that are looking to still connect. So we really trying to find just different organizations that we could partner with, different individuals that we can help support to have those conversations. And of course, developing products that can help them, just feel comfortable. So we have like different ergonomic kind of products. So where they're not so much, I would say crude, they're a lot more comfortable for people to explore with. So those are the type of things that we do.
Well, Danielle, on that issue of stigma, I mean, you I imagine, would come up against this quite a bit in your work, in sex therapy, right? Like, so what's your perspective on it? Is there some ground being broken here? Are there some taboos that people are maybe more comfortable kind of getting past now?
Yeah, I think social media is such an interesting thing. It can go a bunch of different ways, but I think one of the best things I've seen with social media lately is what it's doing for sex education in general. I think most of us can agree we didn't get comprehensive sex ed when we were growing up. So I love to see that there are so many more conversations being had because of social media. That's a big thing that I like to do on my platforms is break down stigmas, talk about the taboos, make it a safe place to talk about these things because people are having these conversations anyway. People have these questions anyway. People are watching porn anyway, but we don't really have a lot of safe spaces to talk about it. So I think taboos are starting to be broken down. I think myths are starting to be broken down because people are starting to feel more safe having these conversations. And I think people are realizing I didn't get this education when I was younger. I didn't get to talk about this when I was younger. So I think in this day and age, kind of like Janice was saying, like we're really starting to see the face of sex ed change because of these things. Yeah.
And just in the last 30 seconds or so we have here, Danielle, I mean, talking about safe spaces, it sounds like the event that you're going to be at on Saturday is
Hmm.
literally one of those spaces, or will be.
Yes, definitely. Very sex positive, very open. Like come with your questions. Like, yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
hmm Anything you can leave people with if they're interested in finding out about more about this?
For sure. You can check me out on Instagram at the Sex Pot Therapist. You can check out Destiny Williams' page, So Social, SEAUX.social, and you'll have all the information about Roseanne Lingerie. But if you check out my pages, I have a lot of sex education and conversations on there.
Danielle Simpson-Baker, a sex therapist from Orlando. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And also, we've been speaking with Janice at Show It with Honey Playbox. Janice, thank you as well.
Thank you so much for having us.